Hello folks, welcome back to Eerie Storytime. You guessed it, it's time to peek back into the shadows, and today, we return to the Lone Star State. Half man and half goat. Covered in fur, or in some accounts covered in scales, the Lake Worth monster isn't just Texas folklore, it's a creature with claws. Sightings in the summer of '69 sparked panic, mystery, and one wild legend. Is it all just a hoax, a cryptid, or something far stranger lurking near the water's edge? Let's delve into this mythical beast and you decide. Fort Worth, Texas, and more specifically Lake Worth, holds a deep, dark secret. Beneath its tranquil surface lurks a legend, a creature known as the Lake Worth monster. This elusive beast has haunted the shores for decades, captivating imaginations and sparking fear in the hearts of many. Some dismiss it as mere folklore, a product of overactive imaginations. But for those who claim to have encountered the creature, the Lake Worth monster is a terrifying reality. Imagine a creature standing over 7 feet tall. Its muscular body is covered in thick matted hair. Its eyes glow red in the darkness, and its hands are tipped with razor-sharp claws. Witnesses describe a pungent, almost unbearable odor, adding to the creature's unsettling presence. The Lake Worth monster is not merely a local legend, it's a symbol of the unknown that lurks just beyond our understanding. It's a reminder that even in our modern world, some mysteries remain unsolved. The legend of the Lake Worth monster can be traced back to the early 1960s. Locals began reporting strange occurrences around the lake, unusual splashes, eerie howls echoing across the water, and fleeting glimpses of something large and unidentified lurking near the shore. These initial reports were often dismissed as misidentifications or pranks. However, as the sightings persisted, so too did the sense of unease among the community. The first documented sighting occurred in July 1969. A group of teenagers claimed to have seen a large, hairy creature emerge from the lake. They described it as being at least 7 feet tall, with glowing red eyes and long, sharp claws. The teenagers fled in terror, leaving behind only their chilling account and a few blurry photographs that sparked a media frenzy. Newspapers ran sensational headlines dubbing the creature the Lake Worth monster. The story spread like wildfire, attracting the attention of curious onlookers, skeptical researchers, and thrill-seekers eager to catch a glimpse of the enigmatic beast. Just weeks after the initial sighting, the Lake Worth monster made headlines again. On a sweltering July night, 3 couples were parked near the lake, enjoying a late-night rendezvous. As they sat in their cars, they were suddenly startled by a deafening roar. They looked up to see a massive, hairy creature standing in the road, its eyes glowing menacingly in the darkness. The creature, later described as being at least 8 feet tall and covered in dark, shaggy hair, began to approach the terrified couples. They scrambled to start their cars, desperate to escape the creature's clutches. One of the vehicles, driven by a young woman named Sally McDaniel, stalled. Fear reportedly began to overcome her. The creature lunged at the car, its claws leaving deep scratches in the metal. Finally, the car sputtered to life and McDaniel sped away, the creature's enraged roars echoing in their ears. The terrified couples reported the encounter to the police, who found the deep scratches on McDaniel's car and large, unidentified footprints at the scene. The 1969 encounters cemented the Lake Worth monster's place in local lore, transforming it from a mere curiosity to a source of genuine fear. The legend of the Lake Worth monster lives on through countless eyewitness accounts. Fishermen report a large, dark shape beneath their boats, while hikers hear strange cries echoing through the woods. Some say the creature is incredibly fast, disappearing into the underbrush in the blink of an eye. Others describe it as more deliberate in its movements, often staring intently at those it encounters. One chilling account comes from Mary Beth Tyler, who claims to have encountered the creature while walking her dog. It emerged silently from the water, its glowing red eyes fixated on her. She froze in fear as it approached, but then it just vanished back into the darkness, leaving her shaken and terrified. These stories, shared among locals, paint a vivid picture of an elusive, terrifying creature. While some accounts may be embellished, the consistency of sightings suggests there may be more to the legend. As the legend of the Lake Worth monster spread, so too did the desire to prove its existence. Amateur monster hunters and curious onlookers flocked to the lake, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive creature. The shores of Lake Worth became a hotbed of activity, with search parties combing the woods, boats patrolling the water, and cameras set up in hopes of capturing photographic evidence. The media frenzy surrounding the monster reached a fever pitch. Newspapers and television crews descended upon the small town, eager to capitalize on the public's fascination with the unknown. The legend of the Lake Worth monster became a national sensation, with stories appearing in newspapers and magazines across the country. Despite the numerous searches and investigations, concrete evidence of the Lake Worth monster's existence remains elusive. Some believe the creature is a master of disguise, blending seamlessly into its surroundings. Others speculate that it may be nocturnal, only emerging from its watery lair under the cover of darkness. Whatever the explanation, the lack of definitive proof has only served to deepen the mystery surrounding the creature. The legend of the Lake Worth monster has had a lasting impact on popular culture, inspiring books, films, and television shows. The creature's eerie appearance and mysterious nature have made it a favorite subject of horror writers and filmmakers who have used the legend as a springboard for their own imaginative tales. One of the most notable examples is the 1976 horror film, The Legend of Boggy Creek, which tells a fictionalized account of the Fook monster, a similar creature said to inhabit the swamps of Arkansas. The film's success spawned a wave of creature feature movies, many of which drew inspiration from the Lake Worth monster legend. In addition to film and television, the Lake Worth monster has also been featured in numerous books, both fiction and non-fiction. Some authors have attempted to provide a scientific explanation for the sightings, while others have embraced the legend's more fantastical elements, weaving tales of mythical creatures and ancient curses. Despite decades of searches and investigations, the mystery of the Lake Worth monster remains unsolved. Is it a real creature, a product of misidentification, or simply a figment of our collective imagination? The answer, like the creature itself, remains elusive. What is certain is that the legend of the Lake Worth monster has become deeply ingrained in the folklore of Fort Worth and beyond. It serves as a reminder that even in our modern world, there are still mysteries that science cannot easily explain. The legend continues to capture our imaginations, reminding us of the power of storytelling and our enduring fascination with the unknown. Perhaps the true legacy of the Lake Worth monster lies not in the creature itself, but in the sense of wonder and intrigue it inspires. It is a reminder that some stories are timeless, passed down through generations, and continuing to captivate new audiences with each telling. And as long as there are those who believe, the legend of the Lake Worth monster will continue to endure. That does it for our peek into the shadows surrounding the mythical Lake Worth monster. Some of you may remember one of our earlier videos was about the Goatman's Bridge, also in Texas and not too far from Fort Worth. Coincidence? It could be that the stories got intermingled. Then again, it could also be that this elusive Goatman creature did exist and these two DFW area stories share a common cryptid. And, making this more interesting, reports of Goatmen are seen in other places across the US and beyond, dating back before the internet, even before the news and journalism as we know it existed. We've said many times that it's interesting how these legends can pop up all over the place with so many similarities back before there was the technology in place for the locals to share stories and ideas. At any rate, we hope today's delve into the eerie shadows was interesting. Thank you for joining me on today's journey. Please like and subscribe, and I'd love to see your thoughts down in the comments. Until next time.